Jesus! Talk, please.
See what happens, Larry? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
Ken Shamrock, you're just a boy. You're trick-or-treating at the wrong door.
He's not a cheap shark.
Cara rari temperature. Sankambanwa.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Ken Shamrock. Bad blood.
Hi.
I'm getting so tired. People ask me, did you ever fight Ken Shamrock? Did you ever fight Ken Shamrock?
This is virtual reality. How's it going? We're doing it again! We're gonna do it again. Oh boy, yes, last time failed horribly, and I thought I had this fucking chat box working. Let's see what's going on with this chat box. Why is it not working? It should be working. View the chat box. It's right here. What the fuck? Oh my god. Everybody. Ugh. Well, I thought I had it. I thought I had it fixed. Oh boy. Well, I guess not. Unless somebody wants to chat and see if it pops up here. For the love of God, somebody chat with me here. Corey Goodman, you want to stream or what? You want to jump on? My chat box should be working. Always show messages. Damn it. I'm just going to try something else here. Oh, there we go. Hey, it's working. Look at that. The chat. The chat, it's there. Hallelujah, it's there. Thank God. Wow. Corey Goodman. I'm going to call you. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see if, unless you don't want to stream. Unless Corey Goodman does not want to stream. Oh my God. Everything's okay. Everything's all right. You're the only one here. I want to call. I want to call Corey Goodman. Sorry, everybody, while I get this figured out here. Oh, there we go. I'm calling. he needs his computer's off. Okay, well, you know what? If you want to join after maybe the halfway point. Anyway, let's get this show started. Hello, everybody. It's me, the most dangerous man alive today. We're going to try this again. Yes, Rings, the King of Rings from February 1998, held in Amsterdam. We tried to do it yesterday, but everything was all fucked up, and including to me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. I really... at some point in time, you'd think I would have to know what the hell I'm doing, but I do not. So let's get the video up there. Let's go. This is the full event now. No, yesterday I only had half the event. I didn't realize it. Stupid me. But now we got the full event. So let's go. Rings, the King of Rings, also known as Free Fight Event number 7. Let's play. You let me know if it's too loud or what. Well, I'm happy you guys have joined. Say hello to everybody. I got my fag stick. I mean my jewel, so I can vape. And let's see here. You watch the intro here. See that amazing action? We're getting previews here of the event, which they are kind of spoiling some of the action. Elbows to the back of the head, leg locks, Tsuyoshi Kosaka. I don't know who that is. Guys punching the corner, the turnbuckle. Gilbert Ivel. Yes, Dirty Bob Schreiber. This is the first of their trilogy, and what a fight it is. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to it. Eat them knees, Bob Schreiber. Eat them knees. We've got, that's, what's his name? The big, and that's, Dick Verge. He looks in great shape there, but he's fighting a polar bear. I forget his name right now. Oh, I have it right there. Paul Valorans, you remember him? Oh, yeah. Free fight event number 7 from the Sporthallen something or another. Look at all the crowd. Oh, my God. There's tons of them. There's tons of people there. Wow. Wow, it looks great. We got Babes. We've got Fit Finley talking to some dude. That's not Fit Finley. I made this joke yesterday. It looked like Fit Finley. Maybe Fit Finley. Oh, look at that sweater on that guy. Corey Goodman, who is here, and Tom Tanaka. I didn't recognize. Well, I recognized Tom Tanaka, but I didn't mention Tom Tanaka's here. What's up, Tom Tanaka, buddy, old pal? There's Akira Maeda with a bad hairdo and a bad suit. Corey Goodman says, I'm on a cell phone with busted screen and not great touch functionality. Communications is a pain. Turning PC on need a few minutes, but I can't do much with the cell phone. Tom Tanaka, Valorant's old school MMA classic. Gentlemen's Combatives is here. What's up, friends? What's up, Alistair? Finley. Willie Peeters was a beast back in the day, and the Paul Valorans versus Dick Verge fight was a crazy barroom brawl. Glad that I have an hour off of work. Thanks for coming back, Nicholas Pina. He had a lot of great info and insight yesterday as we got through half of this show. Our first fight here for our awesome The King of Rings Cees. Johann Burr taking on Dave van der Veen. Dave van der Veen. So our first fight of the night. Of course, we for those of you that are with us yesterday, we've already watched the first 5 or 6 fights. It's Gotans. He's back. Hi, Gotans. Look at that mulleted man in front there. This might be Johan. Listen to this music. Can you guys hear this music? It is like a pinball machine theme. It sounds exactly like a pinball machine, like if you're playing a pinball game, just some chip tune. It sounds great. I love it. It definitely sounds like 80s though. Can see Veen is a sweet name to have, says Corey Goodman. Gotans, hi, the most dangerous man alive today. Corey Goodman says that name, what's his name again? Dave van der Veen. It rolls off the tongue. It does. There you go. Dave VD Veen. I made that joke yesterday. His nickname is VD. Johann Burr. 109 kilos. They're pretty much the same weight here. A lot taller, though, for Johan Burr there. Van der Veen. I think that's Van der Veen. Hold on, hold on, everybody. Sorry, fight fans. Let's go back. Who was who? Who was who? I'm bad. Nicholas Pina, speaking of info, on August I will meet a former training partner of the Pedro. We'll try to find out what it is, the life of the droopy guy. Are you talking about the Pedro as the droopy guy? Them roids, says Alistair. That's awesome. You know what? Hold on, before we continue. Nicholas Pina, if you are going to be talking with a former training partner of the Pedro, if he still has contact with the Pedro, you get a message to him to deliver to the Pedro. You tell him, we over here at Pride Resurrection, we love him. We really do. We really love him. I hope he lives forever. Okay, so I'm going to keep track of who's who. I don't want it to be like yesterday's stream. Everybody I was saying, what was their name again? And I kept having to check their name. So I'm going to do better. Try and remember these guys' name. So as soon as we get in the ring here, I want to know the name of that mulleted blonde hair guy. Kind of looks like Sid Vicious from the late 80s. He's a Dutch champion. Oh, there's Van der Veen. Okay, so I was right. Van der Veen is the bald-headed guy. Down syndrome. Oh, boy. Dave Van der Veen. Nicholas Pina is going to try and get a video message from the Pedro. Corey Goodman did say, get them on the channel for interviews. I don't know what I would ask the Pedro, though. And I think if he saw any of our content, and he wouldn't understand that our making fun of him viciously is actually all in good fun and tongue-in-cheek. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to... I just tell him that Pride Resurrection loves him, and that's it. Tell him don't go check out their videos on you. The man almost grappled out of the ring here. Van der Veen is a stocky, buff little fellow, definitely on the roids. Johann Burr here is kind of a weathered old man with some loose skin. He's going for a standing guillotine here. Now he's going to try and drag Van der Veen down. But unfortunately, he winds up in a bad position as Van der Veen is in half guard here. Corey Goodwin says, ask him exclusively about the Pedro. No questions about him. Yeah, ask the training partner. Only talk about the Pedro. Like, have questions only about the Pedro. And see how long the training partner keeps talking with you. Alistair says, well, we get a stop here to get a stand-up. I guess from what we learned yesterday, 30 seconds on the mat, that's all they get before it gets stood up. So the Rings rules. The rules. What are the rules? Rings here was in a transitional period. They were still doing worked matches or fake fights in 1998 as they tried to get out of their bad ways and bad habits and move into a real mixed martial art promotion. But I think all the Holland events were real. There was no fakery bullshit when they did Rings Holland's events. Anyway, Alistair says, I expect to see nothing but awful kickboxing mixed with cheating and desperate submission attempts. Yes. There, Johan Burr almost fell out of the ring again. Van der Veen here, he's a bull. He's a little pit bull. He's open. Van der Veen is grabbing his eye as Van der Veen gets on top and is trying to choke him here from the side. He doesn't really have it, but I think William Burr is ready to go. He taps out. He wanted nothing more of that fight. And Van der Veen, VD Veen, he's got a VD Veen, everybody, and he's got his mulleted 80s-inspired training partner. This is 1998. How far behind is Amsterdam or is the Netherlands? How far behind are they of America? Because that looks like an American training, like a weightlifter in America from like 1985. This is 1998 in Amsterdam. What is wrong with Amsterdam? And I like the announcer here. They don't have commentators, it sounds like. They might have commentators, but they weren't wired into this video. We just have an announcer who comes over and sort of tells us what's happening every now and then. Goten says, "Give me the juice!" Christopher Pace is here. Hey, Christopher Pace, thanks for coming by. He says, "It's rings time." We have some man here, old man in a suit, who's going to present trophies. He's a big fellow. He's got to be over, like 6'3" or something like that. He's a big guy. He's almost as big as Johann Burr there, who's a big, doopy piece of shit. Veen gets his trophy, and they give a trophy here of equal size to the loser, which is not, that's not fair at all. Corey Goodman says, Amsterdam, the original hipster city. Yes. Alistair also said, yeah, the Dutch events were almost exclusively legit and almost exclusively brutal messes. We'll get into that later. Here we go. Our next fight is going to be coming at us fast here as somebody that Alistair might know, Chris Haseman, is going to be taking on that lovable doof, Valentijn Overeem. Wow. Haseman here. Just wait till you see his fucking arms. He is roided to the gills. Alistair, have you not talked to Haseman? Didn't you have an interview with him? You have to ask him, how much juice was he on? Was he on the Ken Shamrock diet? Oh boy, I'm drinking some lemonade. Great stuff. Corey Goodman says, although the trophies are the same, they are probably both cheap garbage, yes. Christopher Pace says, any notable names on this card? Dick Verge in the main event. He's taking on Paul Valerans. Tsuyoshi Kosaka is also in this event. We also get the first of trilogy fight between Gilbert Ivel and Dirty Bob Schreiber, and it is a war. We also get, we've got Valentijn Overeem. Isn't that a notable name? Also Chris Haseman. So yeah, this is a good event. There's Hans Nyman. You see Hans Nyman right there. Obviously training Valentijn Overeem, who is buff too. Haseman, though, is fucking brutal in terms of his biceps are just huge. Nicholas Pina says, Haseman nowadays looks like crap after he stopped with the juice. Well, most guys do, because their muscles are destroyed and they stop being real muscles. Alistair said, I did, and I chose not to ask him about why he grew a few shirt sizes in his time in rings. Gotans, is this a redemption episode for yesterday? Yes, it is, Gotans. We're doing it right. And Alistair says, nah, he's still on it. He runs a fitness instructing business. Haseman takes Valentijn down right away here. They're both in singlets, and they're in a competition for who has the uglier singlet. You can leave your comment in the chat about whose singlet is uglier. I think Valentine's is just sort of like a plain off-the-rack singlet. At least there's some color on Haseman's singlet here. Well, we have Valentijn tries to turn over Haseman there, but although he had Haseman locked down, he's lost it now as Haseman's in half or side control, and he's working that arm, but he also might be working a headscarf, as we'll see here in a second. Alistair says Haseman still looks pretty good for 50-something. Christopher Pace says, yeah, what happened yesterday, I wasn't around for that, I think. H. Dre. He wasn't H. Dre for that. Here for that. Okay. Gotan says thank you. Yes, Gotans. I'm the type of man where if I fuck something up, I beat myself up over it, and then I come back and do it right. There's a nice sidekick from Haseman. Alistair, you should be able to answer this. What type of martial arts, like striking training, does Haseman have? Because he throws these sidekicks, and they're pretty crisp. They are pretty good. Does he have like a taekwondo or something or another? Look at that sidekick. Nice. There's a straight sort of roundhouse kick to the body from Valentijn. He gets taken down off of it, and he looks a little frustrated here. So Haseman is trying to work to break the grip there of Valentijn. It's a pretty tight grip as his face is turning pretty red. Alistair says Big Van Dam sidekicks from Haseman. Yes. Nicholas Pena says the 90s when they stood you up when you were in full mount. I think the rules here for the Rings Holland is you only get 30 seconds on the ground. Valentijn is in back mount here. He's got both hooks in. Oh, and Haseman taps out! Haseman tapped out. Oh, no, he didn't. Because he got a rope break, luckily. This was the biggest mess from yesterday. Haseman literally taps out. He taps out. Let's go back. You can see him tap, but the ref was already going over to break it up because his foot briefly touched the ropes. Corey Goodman says Dutch may do that boxing. Haseman's an Australian though, isn't he? That's funny. That shit's funny, says Gotans. This shit is funny. So here we go. Valentine's rolling him. He's got him locked in. But, oh, Haseman's foot touched the rope, and that's a rope break. No, he tapped out. Yes, Corey Goodman says Dutch do that kickboxing. Pretty popular there, but Thai influence striking seems common from Dutch at this time. Yes, very, very influenced. And so the ring announcer or the sort of arena announcer lets us know that it was a rope break even though Haseman tapped out. Alistair's letting us know Haseman was a full contact karate fighter. There you go. Before heading to rings, as well as what he described as army combatives, which I understood to mean how to best use your chin in another man's eye socket. Oh boy. Yeah, they're fighting for their own sort of leg locks here, as Haseman is going for a straight Achilles hold. Now Valentine Overeem's going for a heel hook, but he doesn't really have it set right. Now Haseman is going for a toe hold here, trying to bend them toes backwards. He doesn't have a great grip on this though, and Valentine has completely lost that heel hook. Rob Hill's joined us. Thanks for joining us, buddy. He says, I made it. Although I think, Rob Hill, you saw most of what we've seen so far yesterday, but the difference of today is I have the full event, I have the chat box working, and now I'm a lot more comfortable. And plus, I really did, after watching the first half of this event and looking at the rest of the card, I said, we've got to watch the whole thing because it looks fucking awesome. Here's Valentine here going for that heel hook still, and it's not really set right. He's not really got it applied correctly, and he's not getting much torque on it, sadly. He's not getting a very good... And Haseman's going for his own heel hook. It's the competing heel hooks. Who's going to get it? Neither of them. The ref stands him up here. Christopher Pace, is Valentine related to Alistair Overeem? Of course, yes, he is. He's his doopy older brother. Alistair says he did some shoot training with Bob Backlund, who actually set him up with Maida. Oh, that's nice to know. That's some history for you there. Here we go. We're back on the mat. Valentine really sucks off his back. He's horrible. Generally on the ground, except he pulls off tons of submissions in this. Submissions at work, except for the ropes. Haseman might be going for a Kimura here. He set it up. He's around the head. He's got a great position here, but Valentine looks like he's might be too strong. Nope, he's almost going for a straight armbar here, laying back for the armbar now. But Valentine's got that grip on his hand. He slips out. Look at that. That was great. Rob Hill. Oh, okay. I was going to ask what this was. We saw this buffoon yesterday. Yes. Valentine Overeem, of course. Alistair says Valentine doesn't have the knee line on that heel hook, so he can't finish it. You would know much better than me, as I only have a passing knowledge on heel hooks. Although I did do a heel hook once in training, but it was on an amateur. So that doesn't count. I don't count any submissions I did on rank amateurs in the gym or in the dojo. So there's the end of round one. 5-minute rounds for this. We get 2 5-minute rounds, and then it goes to a decision. There's a nice, big, powerful palm strike that didn't really connect from Valentine. Here's his sort of attempt at a guillotine, which didn't have much chance of a success. Nicholas Pina says, Overeem was a really hot and cold guy. He won one fight like a beast and lost immediately, like 5 in a row. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, he was, especially in Pride, he was looked like a complete bitch in Pride. He looked like he had confidence issues. I don't know if that played a part into it. Alistair says Valentine Overeem has lots of submission finishes, but kind of shitty ground game connecting it all together. Yeah. Here we go. Right back to the ground. Haseman takes him down as Valentine threw a kick, I think. I wasn't watching. Valentine turns him over, and Haseman taps out. The bell rings. The fight is over. No, says the ref. Rope escape, says the ring announcer. Let's watch this again. He literally taps out Haseman in the first 15 seconds. And once again, Rings Holland is making it impossible for Valentijn Overeem to win. He turns over Haseman here. Haseman stepping up, but he taps the ropes. Oh, rope escape. Rope escape. Valentijn Overeem's got to be pissed. Rope escape. He's got to explain to the crowd what's going on. Yeah, he touched it with just a very tippy toe, with the pinky toe. So Haseman here is looking gassed out. Valentijn is getting gassed too. Both men are not built for any more than one round. Alistair says Valentijn had a mean fucking guillotine. Yes, he did. He had it in the first round, and you saw Haseman was looking pretty flushed. There was a weak kick attempt, a low chance of success with that kick, straight into the defenses of Valentijn. Valentijn comes in with a low leg kick that connects and then goes high, pretty nice. Oh, Haseman was going for some sort of rolling maneuver there to try and trip up Valentijn, but misses. Valentijn's looking to get his hooks in here as he takes the back. He's trying to pull Haseman up. He should work on getting his hooks in first and then try to control Haseman's body. But Haseman rolls over, gives him mount, it looks like, and Valentijn might be working for an arm triangle here. Alistair says, too swole for MMA, the pair of them. Yes, for sure. They need to lean out, get off the juice, but it might be too late for Haseman there. Because I think once you start doing the juice, you have a certain time period where you can get off it and not destroy your muscles. But I don't know how long it is, so I can't really say anything more. Here's another, right into the body of Valentijn goes Haseman. Almost got caught with the guillotine again. Christopher Pace, Haseman with the, what the fuck was that? Yes, flying scissors, says Alistair. Haseman, you glorious idiot. And Haseman here is working for some sort of ankle lock maneuver, maybe. Maybe he's going back for the toe hold here. He's kind of tweaking the toes there briefly, but they're all twisted up. Haseman doesn't have anything here to get into the ropes. Now, unlike the Japanese rings events, there is no counter on the bottom for rope escapes, which helps Haseman here because he clearly gets past the 5 rope escape threshold. That was rope escape number 3, I believe. But I'm not sure if that just counted as a general rope stand-up where they were both in the ropes. Nicholas Pina says, I feel like Overeem was like Ninja. They came too early into the fight game. Well, I think if you look at Valentijn Overeem, I think he's got the tools. He's got he's got a great body. He's in shape. I think he just had maybe some type of confidence issue. He's rolling here for an armbar. You look at him and you say, oh, this guy should be pretty good. He loses the armbar there as they just sort of get lethargic here on the ground. They're just rolling. Not accomplishing much here as Haseman might be thinking of a toe hold again. Gotan says, let's ask Brock. Yes, Brock Lesnar and his muscles. Look at Vin Diesel. There's a picture of Vin Diesel where he's on vacation in an off season between movies, and he's on a balcony, and look at his body. It is gross. When he's not on the roids, it is pathetic. Rob Hill says, I agree, Nicholas. Alistair says, Overeem caught the heel hook there. Did he? Christopher Pace, hybrid pro wrestle something. It might be wrestling he was meant to say. Ninja was savage when he wanted to be, says Rob Hill. Talking about Ninja Hua. Christopher Pace says, wrestling really needs the rope escape counter. Yes. Gotan says, he's got to touch it. He's got the power. Valentine's going for an armbar here. He's trying to break the grip of Haseman. Haseman's holding on. He's got them big buff arms. Oh, he taps out again. Haseman taps out again. That's the third tap out from Haseman. But he also grabbed a rope right at the end there. It seems kind of counterintuitive. You grab the ropes and then you're immediately tapping out. Like trying to get the guy. The ref should be there to stop it immediately. So Haseman here looks dead tired. He's huffing and puffing. Valentijn looks a little bit fresher. He looks like a complete dork though with his singlet. Haseman at least wears the singlet well. There's the ring of the bell. End of the fight. Who won that? You got to give it to Valentijn, of course. He had 3 tap outs. Christopher Pay says, that was supposed to be 1 sentence, but I hit the send button early. So let's read it as 1 sentence. Let's go back here. Christopher says, hybrid pro wrestling really needs the rope escape counter. Yes, it does. Though Rings Holland kind of did their own thing. I don't think they care about the Japanese rules or how the Japanese have put together the rings events. They're just doing their own thing. They don't give a shit about that. The rope escapes and, the 10-second knockdown rule or whatever. Alistair says, Haseman is grabbing the ropes and tapping to draw the ref's attention. Oh, okay. I'll accept that. There we go. That's the end of our second fight, and Alistair Overeem won that one via decision. That was a justified decision, completely justified. Valentijn Overeem clearly won that fight. Haseman gets a trophy despite the fact that he tapped out 3 times. There's a heel hook from Valentijn. He's trying to torque it, but yeah, he doesn't really have his legs set correctly there. He's got it on the inside, and that doesn't allow him to torque it. He's still the winner. Our next fight here is a barn burner. It sees Jerry Kalia there, the black-haired man, taking on Piet van Gammeren. Looks like it's going to be, we saw this yesterday. It is kind of a fun fight. Jerry Kalia there, despite his name, he is Dutch. In fact, most of the guys here are Dutch, except for a couple of non-Dutchmen. So there we see Hans Nijman again. This must be a Hans Nijman fighter. Jerry Kalia, though, does not have a Wikipedia page. Piet van Gammeren does have a Wikipedia page. And this was his 3rd fight. He previously had 2 wins. He beat a couple of Dutch guys with hard-to-say names. That's all I'll say about Piet van Gammeren. He's another stocky guy with a shaven head. Alistair says, Valentijn won by points. Haseman, however, impressed Maeda and got a pay raise for doing well against Overeem, who had smashed a few of the Japanese boys. Rob Hill says, the 2nd place trophy, yes. Nicholas Pena says, the refs on those early events didn't control shit. On the earliest ones, they needed to have 2 refs at the same time, and things went down the shitter anyway. And I suspect that these Dutch refs are not well versed in the rules of rings, because they let shit fly here later. So Piet van Gammeren is on top here, on top of the pudgy sort of dad bod Jerry Kalia, who's a tall guy, much taller than Gammeren here. A lot of bald-headed fellows in Netherlands, huh? Oh, he goes for bitch slaps here. Bitch slaps back from Jerry Kalia. Gammeren goes for the legs. He turns. They roll over. He's in freaky mount. Well, kind of a freaky mount. This is really a north-south mount, I would call it, because we'll see a freaky mount later. Gammeren kind of closed his fist there as he was, and yesterday I called Jerry Kalia here. I called him the Caucasian, the old Caucasian Lyoto Machida. You tell me if you see the resemblance. Does he look like an old Caucasian Lyoto Machida? I think so. If the gene pool was a couple chromosomes extra for a Caucasian Lyoto Machida. So Gammeren's in mount here. The ref is going to stand him up, though. I don't think that was 30 seconds. And it kind of sucks if you are on mount and it gets stood up. You're like, what the fuck? Well, Gammeren's breathing pretty hard here already. He doesn't look like he's on the juice. He just looks like he's a burly fellow. Takedown there. What the fuck did Jerry Kalia do? Did he pull guard and jump in the air? And Jerry Kalia, I'm not sure he knows what he's doing. Why is he in there? Nicholas Pena says, speaking on refs letting a lot of things slide by, there's a fight on YouTube between Dick Verge and Pedro Palm, who nearly erupted on an in-ring. The fight nearly erupted in an in-ring brawl. Slaps from our fellows here. Jerry Kalia almost, and he goes for a rolling. He had the neck there and he rolled, but he had no control over Gammeren. Yeah, so we will see the white supremacist Pedro Palm. And I think Nicholas Pena informed us yesterday that Pedro Palm, who, despite his name, is Dutch, you would think Pedro Palm, he's Dutch, and apparently he was in prison, got a lot of prison tattoos, and joined a white supremacist gang somewhere in his life, maybe in prison. So he's featured on this card, unfortunately. So we'll see that fight later. I think it's a pretty good fight, too. Jerry Kalia here is on top. He gets into side control, and he's wearing Crocs, I believe, and regular old workout pants. Kind of sorry and pathetic. But he's got on Crocs. I don't know how they let that. He's slapping like crazy with arm slaps. There's no skill here and no technique. He's just swinging his arms like a giant doofus. He's huffing and puffing now. He's an old man. He's going to get his ankle twisted here. And now he's going the other way. He might be going for a heel hook here, Gammeren, but I don't know if he knows what he's doing. Christopher Pace says, I think Verge is pronounced... oh, yes. Oh, my God. How stupid am I? I know his name is pronounced Vry. I knew this. I know his name is Dick Vry. But for some reason, my stupid brain sees his name and tries to automatically pronounce it how my brain sees it. So I've been calling him Dick Verge. His name is Dick Vry. Vry with kind of a V instead of Fry, Vry. And I know this, especially because I did, me and Tom Tanaka did that episode of Rings Redo. Is that what we called it? Anyway. Alistair says, Jerry has a lot of ideas on the ground, but they're not always good ideas, but they're ideas. Alistair also corrects Vry. Gotan says, big storm where I'm at, so my connection is real slow. Verge of Dick, says Christopher Pace. Yes, the Verge of Dick. I'm just going to keep on calling him Dick Verge. It is a funnier name. I'm going to go create a new YouTube channel called Dick Verge. Rope escape by Jerry Kalia there, who's slow to get up. He's an old man. He's got a crazed look in his eyes right there. He's going to go headhunting. Oh, and he collapses. His knees buckled. And Gammeren gets on top of him, but the ref has impeded this, giving Jerry Kalia a chance to see if he's okay. Maybe it's just a cramp. For the love of God, I hope it's just a cramp. Nicholas Pena says Dick Vry is or was in jail after Hans Nyman was murdered a few years ago. Rings Redo. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Hustle Rehash. Okay, so let me pause this real quick. Hustle Rehash might be coming, but with the state of Sky TV content on YouTube getting flagged immediately and blocked, I don't know if it can happen now. Because it is Sky TV broadcast, the Hustle events. So I don't think it could happen, unfortunately. Little J Moxley, any name with Dick makes it better. Yes. Tom Tanaka says, Rings Redo? Yes, Tom Tanaka. Little J Moxley says, like Dick Justice. Yes. Christopher Pace, Nyman was murdered? Alistair Overeem. Might have been a witness to that. Gotan says, does goes Gote? And he laughs. Do goes Gote. I hope that it goes Gote. I hope that I'm saying what you want me to say right. Do goes Gote. Christopher Pace, I just want you to shit on Takata's Monster Army. I want to shit on Takata's Monster Army too. Nicholas Pena says, whoa, look at this woman. She is a bit scary looking here. She's definitely in fine shape. Where did they find these women? Look at this other one. She looks like, she looks a little scary. They're both kind of scary. Nicholas Pena, Rio Heroes Part 2. I need to see the jail event. Yeah, I could do that. Whoa, Jerry Kalia gets a good smacks there as he goes head hunting. They're smacking each other in the face with these slaps. Bitch slap. Pimp slap. Goes for a knee. That's where he fucked his knee up. His knee's all fucked up. And the fat, white, old Leota Machida. Little J Moxley with owl eyes. Here we go. Shake of the hands. We're ready for round 2. Oh, there goes Jerry Kalia. I just noticed Jerry Kalia is dry as a bone. And Gammeren here, Piet van Gammeren, is sweaty as hell. Jerry Kalia isn't got a drop of sweat on him. And his knee's busted. He gives up. There we go. Piet van Gammeren. And he does the electric worm, I guess you could call it. Alistair says, yeah, Nyman got shot while he was driving a VW Beetle. I don't think Dick was involved. He went to prison for other reasons. Christopher Pace says, nothing like a good old palm strike contest. Yes, Jerry Kalia, his knees busted. He's an old man. You can forgive him for this. So the fight is over. Pete, I want to call him Piet, but it's Pete. Piet van Gammeren is the winner. There we go. He has a trophy. We're ready for our next fight. Oh, and there's the electric worm. Wow, that takes skill. I couldn't do that. That's very nice. I wonder if he learned that at a Amsterdam nightclub. Gotan says, I meant to say down goes Gotti. Okay. Little J Moxley, that would work like he had a stroke in the middle of it. That work looked like he had a stroke in the middle of it. Yes, the worm. That worm. There you go. That worm looked like he had a stroke in the middle of it. Let's get into who's our next fighters here. We're going to see Pedro Palm, the white supremacist ex-con, taking on Sander MacKilljan. MacKilljan. There's our white supremacist ex-con. He's a bad man. His name is Pedro Palm. Does that sound like a real name? He's fighting out of Miro Gym. Is there a lot of, whites? Whoa, what the fuck? Did you see? That almost went haywire. This almost went really bad. What's up with, wasn't there an eagle? Alistair, who had the eagle, the Nazi eagle tattoo, and he was a Dutch fighter? Is there a lot of white supremacists in Amsterdam or something, or in the Netherlands? But anyway, let's watch this almost horrible accident that happens as Pedro Palm flings himself over the ropes. Alistair says he looks like a massive cunt. He does look like a massive cunt. He's got a giant werewolf tattoo on his back. I don't know what the symbolism there is. I really hope that Sander MacKilljan, however you say his, MacKilljan, kills him. What is that? Is that Satan on his back there? Corey Goodman says, oh, the guy from UFC 1 and that destroyed that Asian guy's eye. Yes, and was that Vale Tudo Japan 95, Alistair? Alistair can confirm this. I want to say that's where we saw, was that, you know his name. I am not confident that I remember his name. Was it Gerard Godot? Anyway, there's our tail of the tape. Sander MacKilljan, kill Pedro, please. Pedro Palm. I think Gerard Godot had swastikas, but apparently they were the Buddhist one, not the Nazi one. Oh, okay. I thought he had like the eagle. I thought we brought that up and talked about it. Wow, Sander MacKilljan here is a MacKilljan, is a big fellow. Big leg kick. Wow, down goes Pedro Palm. He's getting beat up. Yes! Pedro Palm goes for the legs, and we're in the corner as the cameraman is drunk. Separation here as we're in the ropes and corners. Sander MacKilljan, what is that on Pedro Palm's back? It looks crazy. It looks like a vampire or a demon. Kicks here, punches from MacKilljan, who looks like he's a pretty good technical fighter. Alistair confirms, yep, Vale Tudo Japan 95, fuck Gerard Gordeau. Gotans is calling it. Little old Jay Moxley, damn, Nicholas Pena, gonna go back to work. Shame that I will miss the Pedro Palm fight. Gerard Gordeau had the swastikas. Alistair says, fuck him up! Whoa, he almost de-pants there. He almost takes off his pants, MacKilljan does. Sander MacKilljan. Alistair says, hope you die, Pedro. He kicks him right across. That was the shittiest kick I've ever seen that worked. And it actually knocked Sander MacKilljan down. There's a scary look here in Pedro Palm's eyes as he looks like he's kind of been rocked. He gets his foot stuck in the ropes, that dummy, and he gets pounded for his his mistake there. And he's down, and he looks like he does not want to continue. The ref here is trying to encourage him to stand up. As he might get a count here. What is happening? What are the rules in this fucking Rings Holland? That should be done and over. Nyman is in the corner of Sander MacKilljan. The fight's going to continue, though, even though Sander raised his arms like he was a victor. Pedro Palm is trying to get on the inside of this tall motherfucker. Oh, the knee to the liver! A knee right to the liver! Let's see that again. Oh, I'll just leave it. Corey Goodman says, if Gerard had Indian swastikas or something like that, he still had many other symbols on his body that were generally are known to represent, I assume, white supremacy. Yeah, I thought he had like the eagle or something like that. So Pedro Palm here gets a gift from the referee who doesn't, well, maybe not a gift. He gets, this is a terrible result for him. The fight should have been stopped because this fucking knee from hell right to the liver. Ooh, and that delayed reaction. It pops him, and then he just collapses like a second later. Right to the liver. And he's getting a 10 count here, I guess. The bell is ringing in tune with the counting. Sander MacKilljan is ordered to a neutral corner. The bell's... he spits out his mouth guard. It's over. He's don't help me, you dumbass. This is fake, says Gotans. Hey, don't help me, dumbass. This is supposed to be fake. Oh, and Pedro Palm is helped to his feet by his corner. And we'll see this, hopefully we'll see this knee again here in slow-mo. Right to the liver. He pushes him back. Boom. Ooh. It didn't look like he got all of it, but it was enough, right? That hurts. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Right there. Ah. That's your comeuppance, buddy. Go back to jail. There's Sander MacKilljan. Alistair says, it wouldn't surprise me if Gordeau is a white supremacist. He seems like a huge shitbird as it is. Yes, he is a fucking horrible, terrible human being. That guy had a smart-looking turtleneck on. Knee right. Oh, that hurts. We're ready for our next fight here as we move on, which is going to see Maurice Kistenmaker taking on John Verstegen in a battle of two up-and-comers, you would think, but neither of these guys have a Wikipedia. There's John Verstegen, and here comes Maurice Kistenmaker. He's a sweet-looking lad. He's a young boy. He looks like a dainty fellow. He looks like you would like your daughter to date him. He's a lovely-looking lad. He's probably favorite at the clubs in Amsterdam. He's doing hand salutes there. He's got the crowd behind him, I think. He's fighting out of ass neck. Does that say ass neck? What does that say? Does it say ass neck? He's fighting out of the ass neck gym? No, he's not. We'll just assume it's called ass neck gym. The free fight hats, I want one of those. I want a free fight event hat. There is Maurice Kistenmaker, although his name is spelled Kistenmaker. John Verstegen. Little J Moxley says, he looks like a teenager. Does his mother know he's out at this hour? Yes. Front kick there by Kistenmaker. Then a low kick. And here comes John trying to slap the shit out of him. And Kistenmaker's firing back. Oh, he's throwing some errant kicks here as John is all over him. Knees. They're up against the ropes. Hard slap there from Kistenmaker. And John's moving in. Oh, a low kick from Kistenmaker, and with wild slaps, he connects with one, but he gets his foot caught. He's up in the ropes. He's grabbing the ropes. Ref should stop it right here as John goes in to slap him, goes for a guillotine maybe. They're up in the corner, though. The ref finally stops it, and John doesn't want to let go. He gives a little bop on the head to Kistenmaker, saying, good job, kid. Here we go, leg kick by Kistenmaker. Ooh, a nice chopping leg kick there to the outside leg that trips down Kistenmaker. Now he's slapping him in the head like a bully. Downward slaps. He must have learned that at the schoolyard. He's got moles all over his back. Kistenmaker falls. Oh, and he gets a knee right in the face. That is illegal. That was, I think, not allowed. John is pointing to his head there. I missed that. He was pointing to his head for some reason. I guess the slaps from... Boom! Oh, yeah. The ref is not amused, but he's not going to do anything about that illegal knee. Kistenmaker is all out of sorts here. He's walking very awkwardly as he tries to clear his head. Little J Moxley says, this is child abuse. Gotan says, this would be you like some tea, sir. Oh, this would be you like some tea, sir. Some hard laser slaps there from John as he's just piling it on here. It's sloppy, but some of them are getting through. They sort of wrestle, lock up there. Knee by John, and he trips down Kistenmaker almost, but Kistenmaker's grabbing the ropes. The ref doesn't care that he's grabbing the ropes. Now he tries to ring the boys off the ropes by forcefully pushing them. They're just going to go right back to the ropes. Knees from Kistenmaker here as they are tied up. Punch to the back of the head. The ref doesn't care. Punch to the belly from John, and the ref is in to separate him. They are paying no mind to the rules of rings. The rings rules do not allow most of this stuff. They are Rings Holland in name only. They don't go by any of the rules. Kistenmaker rages in for a kick, and he gets some good shots off. Ooh, John felt that one as he brushes his belly. And Kistenmaker is very awkward here with his striking, but it's effective. Now they're tied up. Tie clinch from Kistenmaker. Hard shots here from John as he closes his fist and just grinds into Kistenmaker's midsection there. A knee from Kistenmaker. They're slapping and really trading it up here. This is a great fight. Really is a good fight from these two young guys here. A lot of energy. They're tied up. That was almost a punch there from Kistenmaker, and the ref is in there to separate them. John here is looking tired. They've been going pretty hard. Here we go. The fight is going to resume here, and the bell rings. End of round one. That was some good action, I gotta say. Great fight so far. Really good fight. I think the fact that both these men seem like they're amateurs is just adding to it in a great deal. Usually, oh, there was a nice, I like that. That is a great little cheeky move there. Both men are, I think John, oh, she's excited. she's making it her own. There she goes. Boom. Boom. But she might be one of them gals, you know. She did not win the looks lottery, but she makes up for it in bed. I guarantee you. This girl, I've known girls like this. They didn't exactly win the looks lottery, they more than make up for it between the sheets. Some good action here. I think John Verstegen, I think he's the more technical fighter here. I think Kistenmaker here is a more gutsy fighter. He's really hanging in there, despite the fact that I think he's outclassed on the feet. But they're trading here kicks, and oh, John Verstegen is running. He grabs the foot. Kistenmaker's grabbing the ropes. He grabs the neck here. Knees up against the ropes, and John Verstegen is calling for help. He needs help from the ref. He's like, ref, what are you doing? Why are you allowing this to happen? These are against the rules. The ref giving him a standing 10 count, or 8 count, I assume. Because I guess that's counted as a knockdown. Finally, they're adhering to some of the Rings rules. John Verstegen there seems a little perturbed. Kicks, some slaps here from Kistenmaker. He needs to keep his hands up. I think John Verstegen is pissed off now. He's not, I don't think he's too happy with what this little fucker's been doing to him. That was a nice knee, a slap from Kistenmaker, and it's a pro wrestling smash. Oh my God, did you see that? That was a straight up pro wrestling blow right across the back, like he's Hulk Hogan, hitting Earthquake over the back. Watch this. Kaboom! It's great. Oh, I like it. I like this kid Kistenmaker. Did nothing become of him? He apparently didn't fight anymore. Maurice is his first name. Maurice Kistenmaker. I like what I see from this kid. He needs a little bit of work, but I think he could have been a great fighter. Low kicks there from both men. John is going up with slaps. He tie clinches, going for knees. Knee there from Kistenmaker. That one looked like it connected. Body blows here from John Verstegen. Kistenmaker's going for a knee to the head. He gets his leg out. But John is just raking the body here with these punches. Ouch. Little J Moxley says, over the back, brother. Referee breaks him up as they're tied up in the corner. So far, this is a really good match. Best fight of the night so far. Best fight of the night for sure. Kistenmaker there's got some abrasions around his lips and his right eye. He's getting smacked now by John as they tie clinch here, trade knees. Now they're just tangling up as I think both men are getting tired. They fall to the mat there, and Kistenmaker is in guard. But the ref here is going to send him up pretty quickly. It looks like he's ready to stand him up. He's getting ready. He's getting closer. There he goes. He's in to stand him up there. That was about 10 seconds on the mat. I thought they're supposed to have 30 seconds on the mat, but apparently not. Great action, though. I do want to see it continue on the feet. I don't want to see it on the mat. The ref is called for a time. I think Kistenmaker has a little cut. They have a doctor on hand to check it out. It looks like a fine guy. The cut is okay. The fight is going to continue here. So I think we're entering into the last seconds here. Hard shots there from John. A knee as he's got this tight tie clinch. Oh, there was a punch right to the face. Close-handed punch. Now some punches to the back. The ref breaks them up. Close-handed strikes to the face are not allowed in rings, but what do the Dutch care about them rules? There's some blood on the chest of Verstegen as Kistenmaker tries to fire away here. He gets tripped, and the bell rings, ending our fight. Kistenmaker, he's very excited over surviving this fight, I think. I think he thought he was going to get his ass kicked, but he did great. There's some of Kistenmaker's striking once, twice, 3 times a lady. I did that joke yesterday, but I had to do it again. As he kicks John 3 times their knees, and he's all over John here. John's looking for some help from the ref. He's like, ref, I'm down. Help me. Get this guy off. Oh, he's going to punch him right to the face there. Did you see that? Little J Moxley says, rules. What are those? The Dutch don't seem to know. Venice Beach. What is Venice Beach? So we're going to go to the decision, and it's Kistenmaker. Yes, hard-earned decision victory there. Great job. Trophies for both men, I assume. One for Kistenmaker and one for John Verstegen. Our next fight, we're going to see Sander Thonhauser taking on Cees Bezems. Our next action-packed fight is going to see Cees Bezems. I've always wanted to see this guy because he has such an interesting name. Cees Bezems. Sander Thonhauser. It's going to be a great fight, I feel. Maurice. And here comes Cees Bezems. He's an odd-looking fellow, isn't he? His odd-looking face matches his odd name. I think he shaved his eyebrows off completely. Little J Moxie says, my God, the kid did it. He'll be the talk of the playground. Yes. That was a good one. Cees Bezems, strange-looking fellow. Oh, no, that's... sorry, that's the... Okay. Well, that didn't make sense, because that was Sander Thonhauser, not Cees Bezems. This is Cees Bezems. He's an odd-looking fellow to match his odd name, isn't he? Alistair says, Bezems has one fight in Pancrase where he cheated maliciously. He cheated maliciously. Bezems, Alistair says, had one fight in Pancrase where he cheated maliciously. Cees Bezems. He looks like a happening guy with his backwards hat. Sander Thonhauser looks like he might be a James Bond villain. I don't know if he has no eyebrows or he has very light colored eyebrows. He is a very strange looking dude. Here we go, round one. He looks like he might be a Thai boxer, but he's going in. Whoa, we almost go over the ropes. Sander Thonhauser is very aggressive here, but it seems like they're trapped or like we're tied up in the ropes by that wire there. Thonhauser's in mount. Bezems on the bottom here. This might not be good for him as Thonhauser looks like he's a ruthless fellow. He's grabbing the back of the neck here. He's trying to work for the arms. He looks like he's a submission guy, although he's wearing tie trunks. He rolls, he jumps over to the side. He's going for this neck scarf sort of neck crank here. Headscarf neck crank. He doesn't get it, but he's adjusting. Now he's trying to get some torque on it. Now he's working the arm maybe for a straight arm bar, I guess. And oh, there's a tap out. That was quick. Sander Thonhauser, Victor. He's going to get some pussy tonight, that's for sure. Alistair says, then Funaki cranked the shit out of an Americana and refused to let go because Cees Bezems was cheating? Gotan says, have you seen Rich Franklin's One Warrior series? I have not, though. I've seen him promote a lot of it on Twitter. I feel bad because I love Rich Franklin. I guess I don't love him enough to watch his series. Little J Moxley, whoa! Whoa! Sander Thonhauser is the victor. He's got my hairline, so I can't make fun of him too much. He's in better shape than I am. He's shaking the hands of the cornerman. Now it's time for our next fight, which sees Wataru Sakata, one of the only Japanese rings fighters to make the trip. Well, no, actually, scratch that. There's a couple Japanese rings fighters in this. Wataru Sakata is going to take on Willie Peeters, and my cat is in here fucking with my mic. Get out of here, kitty. There's Wataru Sakata, who famously got the shit kicked out of him by Akira Maeda backstage, because Akira Maeda didn't like the effort he put into a fight, and so Akira Maeda literally beat the living shit out of him. And Wataru Sakata did nothing. He just sat there and took it as Akira Maeda pummeled him. It was disgusting. My kitty wants attention, and she's going to come over here and bop my microphone again. I feel it. There's Willie Peeters. He's looking older, wiser, darker hair. He's looking a little chubbier. Kitty! Get out of here! Gotan says, it's very good. You would be impressed. With the One Warrior series, I'll have to check it out if I can find the time and if I remember. Willie Peeters in his classic Willie Peeters singlet. I think he has it on backwards. Either he's stupid or that's a thing. Oh, and look who it is. Did you see who was over there? The happy face killer, Chris Dolman. Chris Dolman looking old. Wataru Sakata representing Rings Japan. He's got Tsuyoshi Kosaka in his corner. And Willie Peeters is representing Rings Holland. So this is Rings Japan versus Rings Holland. Willie Peeters fighting out of the Dolman gym. Wataru Sakata, the whipping dog, whipping boy of Akira Maeda. Here we go, round one. Laser leg kick there from Willie Peeters. Sakata tries to shoot in, but Peeters stifles him. He's on top here. He's going to go for the neck. He tries to turn Sakata over. Is mostly successful, but doesn't finish it. And Sakata Sakata is out of it. I was going to say, is his name Wakata or Sakata? It's Sakata. Kicks from Sakata. A kick from Peeters. Sakata tries to barrel in, but he doesn't really get any success with that and winds up on the ground here. Willie Peeters is in his guard, though. Butterfly guard, kind of, from Sakata. Willie Peeters escapes, and the sign on the side of the ring is dislodged. That shouldn't be there. Get that fucking shit out of there. Sakata tries to shoot in, but gets none of it and just pulls guard. Gotan says they do Muay Thai fights with MMA gloves. In this event? I think maybe later. Sakata's going for a ankle lock here. Kind of a knee bar. Now he's going for a toe hold. He's kind of got it. Willie Peeters is in the ropes, though. He tapped out there. And he's saying something that Sakata was doing. And I think there's confusion by the refs on what their mandate is here and what they're supposed to be enforcing. So Willie Peeters did tap out there to Wataru Sakata, but I think that was just more to, like, Alistair was right, get the ref's attention. A leg kick there by Willie Peeters. Sakata kind of pulls guard here. And Willie Peeters is in a tall half guard. Little J Moxley says, I think that singlet is on backwards. I think so too. I think either he's dumb or that's a thing that they do. I don't know, because I think famously Alexander Karolin wore his singlet backwards when he fought Akira Maeda. We're in the ropes again there as Sakata was going for an ankle lock, a tall ankle lock, and Willie Peeters is hurt. That was actually pretty slick. I've always wanted to do something like that. Watch how he brings the ankle up over by his... Oh, no, never mind. That was just like a heel hook. I thought he kind of brought the ankle or the foot up over by his shoulders and his neck. Never mind me. Alistair says ropes first, then tap. Peeters was complaining that Sakata kept cranking after the break. I think that's the ref fault, though. I would blame the ref because the ref was slow to get involved. And Willie Peeters here is limping. Willie Peeters is looking old, looking older, and he's looking a little softer. Sakata takes him down here. He has his back. He's working to get his hooks in. Willie Peeters is looking to defend, and Sakata's going for sort of like a neck crank, I guess. It's over the chin. Willie Peeters is tapping out. The fight is over, right? What is happening? He tapped out. Willie Peeters is... You can't... Wait. Stop. Okay, so you can't do a face crank in rings? Is that a rule in rings? You can't face crank? What has happened with this fight? Willie Peeters, I believed in you. What happened? Sakata gets him down here, takes his back pretty quick here after he muscles him down, trips him down, boom, takes his back, and goes for a face crank. Like, over the bridge of the nose. Okay? Right, it's over the face. He's cranking on it. This is a legitimate tap out. He's tapping out. Ref, stop the fight. What is happening? What? That's not legal. Okay. Poor Wataru Sakata. I like Wataru Sakata. The fight's going to restart here. Willie Peeters, I guess, he's looking to beat him. He looked like he wanted to beat him. Gotan says, have you ever seen the sumo wrestler Hakuho? I've never seen Hakuho. Does he fight? Is he current? Is he a current sumo wrestler? Is he an old sumo wrestler? Wataru Sakata's on the bottom here. Willie Peeters backs away. He's still checking his nose. He's having trouble with his nose there from net. face crank. Wataru Sakata with the leg kick. Peeters with his own leg kick. Sakata tries to shoot in, but gets blocked, gets slapped in the face for his efforts. Now Willie Peeters is looking to grind his own forearm into Wataru Sakata. Return the favor. He's in half guard. Sakata has him on lockdown. Ref is in, though, to stand him up. He's was kind of concerned about something there. And Wataru Sakata, I think, got his eye poked. Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding. I think that was from that elbow. He's gushing. Boy is leaking. The ref kind of wipes off Sakata's face, then goes and wipes off Peter's face. I think Sakata needed a little bit more of that wiping action there, ref. Sakata pulls guard here, and Willie Peeters is in half guard again, but the ref stands him up. Sakata here. This is an odd fight. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't know what's happening here. I don't know what the rules are. I'm confused. Gotan says, yes, he's current Grand Sumo. Okay. Is he a big guy? Is he one of them kind of smaller sumos? Lil J Moxley says, wait, did he use the same rag? What happened? What is happening? Let's see this again. What just happened there? Does anybody know what's going on with this fight? I am so confused. I am so confused. Willie Peeters here just can't pull the trigger. He goes for a leg kick. Wakata shoots down there. And he gets his head popped. Oh, and he gets punched in the face. His head bouncing on the mat was probably the more dangerous thing that happened there. He got punched in the face, and he's getting a 10 count. It was close to a fist. It was close to the fist. Oh, and the ref finally says it was a fist. And Akira Maeda is over there. He's ready to just beat the shit out of Sakata. I can feel it. He's ready to pounce on him. In fact, no, this isn't the fight where he beats the shit out of Sakata. Akira Maeda's over there arguing with the ref. The ref doesn't understand Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. Gotan says he's the biggest man I've ever seen. Also, Lil J Moxley did question, did they use the same rag there for cleaning off both men's face? They did. They don't care about AIDS or other bloodborne infections in Dutch, in the Netherlands, I guess. And Sakata again needs a control when he rolls there. He just banged his head off the mat again. Sakata here is kind of being a bitch. The bell rings, ending round 1. Willie Peeters looks a little frustrated. Sakata is kind of reverting here into a coward. Here's this heel hook from Sakata. Into the ropes goes Peter there. That's how quick you should get in there, ref. You should get in there immediately when they hit the ropes. Not a bad fight, although it's a clusterfuck. That was considered a punch, although it was a limp punch. Little J Moxley says maybe they're trying to pull a screw job on a Japanese guy. Maybe. Little J Moxley emotes that I can't. That is not translated by the chat box. He emoted. We have some distortion in the video. Leg kick there by Willie Peeters. Sakata's trying to drag him down and turn him over, but he doesn't really do very good on the turning part. And he just ends up on the bottom as Willie Peeters is on top in a very tall half guard here. The ref, he gets in there to get himself some too to break up the fight. That was a very aggressive breakup there. He's asking for Sakata to stand up. Willie Peeters here looks like he's recovered from the tweaked knee. Sakata pulls guard here again. Willie Peeters is in half guard. Once again, they're under the ropes. It should be stopped right now, ref. They're in the ropes. Stop the fight, or halt the fight. Move the fighters. There you go. He's in there finally. These refs suck. I gotta say that. And there's Tsuyoshi Kosaka, who's upset at the ref. Yes, as would I be. As would I be. It's restarted here. Willie Peeters is backing Sakata up, who hasn't been moving forward very much. Oh, he grabs the ropes and kicks Sakata in the shoulder. Sakata is being kind of a coward here as he's grabbing his shoulder, and the crowd is whistling at him because they sense he is a coward as well. Gotans asks, where's Good Vibe? Oh, he's at home, I think. Actually, I just saw Good Vibe on Wednesday. There's a local place here. Sakata's not... What just happened there? What was that? Did you see that? Sakata's telling him, no, don't come forward. And then Sakata, at the last second, shoots down. Sakata's getting a standing 10 count here, or 8 count. Sakata here is saying, you tell this fucker in his own language that he needs to stop. He's like, stop. Oh, I shoot. So I just saw Good Vibe on Wednesday. We went out to Wings. There's this local tavern, a town away, that has the biggest fried chicken wings you've ever seen in your life. I mean, they're huge. And they're good. They're the best wings in the area. And they got some great flavors. They really cake on the sauce. They have some great blue cheese. Oh, it's a good experience. So I was there with him on Wednesday. We had wings. Didn't really talk about Pride Resurrection or anything like that. We talked about other things. Sakata here has his back. He's like a little monkey. Almost climbs up his back, and Peeters almost beans him with a punch as they follow the mat here. The crowd is into it. Sakata, this fight has gotten a little crazy here as Tsuyoshi Kosaka is telling the ref something to stop the fight or do something. What is happening? Whoa, Willie Peeters is going after. Who is he going after? He's going after somebody in the corner of Wataru Sakata, and now Willie Peeters' corner has gotten into the ring. There is Chris Dolman. What is happening? The ring announcer is on, and Peeters is pissed. Peeters is pissed here. He's having to be held back, and Dolman, who's put on a lot of weight. What just happened? Let's just see what happened here. The fight is restarted. Okay, we got to go back. The fight is mistakenly restarted, but I guess in Netherlands, they don't really give a shit about anything. Sakata here, who's taking his sweet time. Sakata looks like he's ready for this fight to be over. He slaps, shoots, trying to muscle Sakata down. He gets on top of him, goes for a rear naked choke, gets pushed down. Willie Peeters thought about punching him there. Now they're in the corner. Willie Peeters is working from guard. He goes for a crossface. He's going to get kicked away. He punches, goes on the back of Sakata, punches again, and whoa, there, I missed it. Okay, Wataru Sakata's cornerman decides to intervene and go into business for himself, grabs Willie Peeters' leg, and is trying to pull him out of the ring. This is a fight, boys. This is a fight. And Willie Peeters does not take this action by this unknown Japanese cornerman too kindly, as he wants to destroy him. He wants to get out and kill him. He's trying to get him. Wow. Oh my God. And Wataru Sakata is just rolling around. Willie Peeters, that is crazy. What has happened? This event. The ring announcer, or the arena announcer, is trying to get control of the situation, telling people to calm down here. Willie Peeters is pissed. Chris Dolman's in there to calm him down. Wow, and the fight's going to be restarted. The crowd is firmly behind Willie here. Sakata tries to shoot in, gets blocked, gets bopped, and now Willie Peeters is almost in freaky mount, and he's back in the half guard now. I'm glad he's cross-faced the neck. I don't know if those cross-faces are illegal. The ref is in there to stop him. He's telling him to stop, and they're kind of getting a little tit for tat here as Wataru Sakata is all sorts of hurt. Everything's hurting. He's grabbing his knee. He's grabbing his ear. Wataru Sakata here, I don't think he's ready for this. He tries to shoot in, gets blocked. Willie Peeters is inside guard now. He's working for north-south. Freaky mount. Well, kind of freaky mount. Sakata's left on his back again. Tom Tanaka says he wanted to do the Bret Hart ring post figure 4. Yeah. Willie Peeters is back down, and Sakata is just rolling around at this point on the mat. That is funny. That's funny stuff. So while this fight is a complete mess, it's entertaining mess, but it is a complete mess. Willie Peeters with his backward singlet. Wataru Sakata is kind of a coward, and I think the bell's ringing. The ref tells him to fight. Something was banging, clanging. Wataru Sakata is doing this leg kick shoot-in. Very low success setup there. Willie Peeters is going for a rear naked choke, but he's very high here. Sakata can backdoor out. Willie Peeters grabbed the ropes there. Then Sakata gets his foot into the ropes for a rope break. Devilish Face says, I'm late. I think I only missed 1 or 2 fights that I didn't see last stream. Yeah, we're at the end here of the second fight in the second half. It's been a mess. It's been an absolute mess of a fight. You've missed some really strange stuff going on in this fight. Willie Peeters wants to destroy him. Willie Peeters is done with Sakata's shit, and the bell rings. The ref was giving Sakata a standing 10 count there. Willie Peeters is all fired up. So you missed Sakata's corner here. I don't think they'll show it again. Wataru Sakata's corner grabbed Willie Peeters' legs as he was on top of Sakata and tried to pull him out of the ring because he was doing infractions. Willie Peeters gets slapped across the face there, gets his back taken, gets taken down here as Sakata goes up for a guillotine, crawls up him, and it was at this point that Willie Peeters would get his legs pulled as he was pulled towards the outside of the ring. A crazy fight. Fun fight, though. They're not going to show it. They're not going to show the Willie or the Sakata cornerman trying to pull him out. Oh, Devilish Face. I did catch the leg grab. Okay, so you're you just didn't talk yet. So I guess Willie Peeters has won because Wataru Sakata has... what? Okay, so Wataru Sakata doesn't understand Dutch. He's speaking English, actually.
And Willie Peters from Holland, the winner with 5 against 4 in 5
Willie Peeters is the winner. A very confusing mess, but an entertaining mess nonetheless. I like that jacket on that man. I like this guy over here with the long blonde hair. Look at this guy with this trash bag jacket on. I like it. He's got his Dolman teammates there, and I like this guy with his long hair. Look at Willie Peeters here talking shit to Sakata. Sakata kind of turned into a coward. He should have amped it up and got angry. I think it would have matched the intensity here, and I think he would have did better. I'm going to pause it real quick here. No, I'm not going to pause. I'm going to play. Because I want to get to our next fight. Is going to see the other Japanese rings fighter, Tsuyoshi Kosaka, taking on Rob van Esdonk. Rob van Esdonk is a Dutch fighter. He's had very little success in his kickboxing career. Only one victory in about 8 fights. Only one kickboxing victory in 8 fights. This is his second MMA bout, I guess. He's fought before in Rings Holland, the final challenge against Dennis Cruiel. And that was a year earlier, to be a year almost on the head. There's Tsuyoshi Kosaka in his custom towel. And here comes Rob van Esdonk. Rob van Esdonk. Esdonk. E-S-D-O-N-K. Esdonk. I don't know how you pronounce Dutch names. Here, let's listen. Oh, Rob van Esdonk. Devilish Face says, I think we all know who's coming out with the victory here. We could, willing to take bets as long as you're betting for Rob van Esdonk. I will take that bet. If you're betting Rob van Esdonk, I'll bet for Tsuyoshi Kosaka. Esdonk is a tall fellow, though. Though Tsuyoshi Kosaka is like 5'7" or 5'8". It's kind of an awkward-looking gazelle-like man. Devilish Face notices the cool music that they use. Yes, groovy music for Esdonk. They're starting with some slapping. Kosaka shoots in, successful on a takedown, but the tall, lanky Esdonk is trying to flip the short, stout Kosaka over him. They're sort of tied up in the ropes here. Gotan says, just dropped a like for you, the most dangerous man alive today. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I wish there would be a new subscription, because some of the notifications I have for subscriptions is pretty funny. So here we are. We're back on the feet. Esdonk looks like he is a little unsure of himself. He goes for an uncommitted leg kick there. That's a better leg kick as Kosaka moves in. We're in the corner. Oh, elbows to the back of the head. Those are illegal. The ref, though, did not care. No fucks given by the ref to those illegal elbows to the back of the head. What is it with Dutch fighters and elbows to the back of the head? I just don't get it. Kosaka's on top here in half guard. As he's going here for an arm triangle, but he needs to get out from half guard if he wants to finish this. He's got it locked up. He just needs to get out in the side control and turn himself north. Esdonk here is in trouble, but Kosaka seems bewildered on how to finish this, as the guard is open. Kosaka, get out of guard. You could easily do it. His guard is open. Well, that's not going to happen. The ref stands him up. Kosaka here seems a little frustrated, a little perturbed. The fight is restarted. As Esdonk is ready, he kicks as Kosaka kicks. Kosaka is definitely the more experienced fighter here, and I would say the odds are 10-1. Kosaka is going to win this. He shoots in for a takedown as Esdonk puts up little resistance to that one. Gotan says he's got him. Kosaka's going for maybe a ankle lock of some type, and Esdonk with some cool stripes in his hair there. Did you see that? Let's go back here real quick. He's got a cool design, unless the wrinkles of his head. Oh no, it's some fine work there from his barber. Look at that. Some great stuff. Rope escape by Esdonk, who's got an ugly, gross-looking back. Lots of mold. What is it with Dutch guys and their gross backs with moles and pimples? The fight's restarted here. Esdonk looks pretty ridiculous with his shorts. I don't know what's going on with his hips. Kosaka shoots in there, gets Esdonk down again. He's in side control as Esdonk squirms towards the ropes. The ref should stand it up here. They're close enough to the ropes to be considered into the ropes. But Kosaka's pulling him back towards the center of the ring. Smart move. We can see the jockstrap of Esdonk as Kosaka grabs his ass to pull him back into the center of the ring. He gets on mount. He's looking to break away. But Esdonk is trying to unbalance him here, as now Kosaka is working his way back towards the ropes, or Esdonk is working them back towards the ropes. They're into the ropes, and the ref decides to stop them there. Kosaka here is bullying Esdonk a little bit as he stands over him, making him look at his schlong. The fight's restarted here. Esdonk is kind of moving his arms around like he's blind, like a blind man would do. He's an awkward-looking guy. Look at his body. He looks like a gazelle. Goes for a spinning back kick. That was way off. He's an awkward fellow with an awkward bone structure and weird hips. But he's doing what he can against a spinning back fist there, and then a kick right after. That was pretty slick right there. That's a good combo. Spinning back fist that was kind of a limp-wristed back fist, and then he immediately kicks as soon as he resets. Gotan says, remember, you're supposed to win this fight. Just don't kick me in the face, you son of a bitch. That's Esdonk talking to Kosaka there. He looks like a gazelle. The ring announcer, the arena announcer, is telling us something which the crowd applauds. Kosaka here is going to shoot. I can feel it. Esdonk he looks like Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice had them same cuts in his hair. The only thing he's missing is a blonde, sort of wavy haircut on top. Kosaka is taking him down. He's in half guard. The bell rings. End of round 1. 5 minutes down. Not a bad fight, I guess. I don't know who this Esdonk fellow is. Looks like he has Hans Nyman and Chris Dolman in his corner. Illegal elbows to the back of the head. Oh, lemonade is good. Whoa, she's into it. Oh, there she is. That's my lady. I guarantee you that gal is something special in the sack. I wonder what Japanese symbol there Esdonk has on his side. He should ask Kosaka, say, hey, translate this. What does this mean? Does it really mean badass? So here we go. Start of round 2. Esdonk again waving his arms around as if he's a blind man. Gotan says, Vanilla Ice. Laugh out loud. Devilish Face had said the way Esdonk waves his hand around is quite something, yes. He seems a little unsure of himself on how exactly to hold his hands. He slaps towards the tit of Kosaka. Then he front kicks there. And Kosaka finally shoots in under his arms and takes him down. And he's stretched out here as he gets into missionary position. And Esdonk gets him into full guard. Devilish Face says, God, his haircut is awful. What a jobber. Yes, I agree. Kosaka here is going for a heel hook. He's got it. Oh, he's got it nice up and tap out. That was quick. That's how you do a heel hook. And Kosaka is the victor. And he gives some props to Esdonk, who was outclassed for sure. And who is this? Who is that? Whose legs are those? Who was that? Was that Wataru Sakata? Here you go. That's how you set it up. You got the leg caught. Boom. You got to have your leg on the outside. Remember Valentijn Overeem? He had his legs on the inside when he was going for that heel hook. That's how you do it. Kapow. Slaps towards the tit. You always have the best commentary, says Tom Tanaka. Thank you, buddy. I try to keep it funny. I really am a big dummy. Tsuyoshi Kosaka is the winner, and now, fight fans, not yet. I was going to get you excited for our next fight, but we got to wait one more fight here before we get to the barn burner that you should be waiting for. I won't spoil it yet. Our next fight, though, is going to see Jupe Castile taking on Amaran Bitsadze. Bitsadze. I don't know how you say his name. Sorry, Bitsadze. He's got some hair. What the fuck? Is this Bitsadze? Bitsadze? He looks like he might be 45 years old. They found him in a Irish pub. And look at the back of his head. He's balding in the most strangest way. Or no, that's maybe some abnormal growth going on in the back of his flat head here. Like you could jump a car like right off the back of his head there. He's got a growth. Bitsadze. Would you call that his calic? There's Hans Nyman leading down Jupe Castile. Devilish Face says, 2 Dutch guys who I've never heard of. I'm ready for some quality combat sports. Me too. Castile here. Wow, look at that neck on him. He looks like he could be an American wrestler. In fact, he looks like a dumb American hick. He's got a big neck. As he crawls into the ring, he looks like he might be roidy. Oh my God. Whoa, look at this guy. Yikes. Wow, what a body. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. And I'm waiting to see this other guy. He's going to leave his shirt on. The old guy. Jupe Castillo here is letting everybody get a good look at his body. As he bows the four corners. Jupe Castillo versus Bitadzid Amaran. He's from Rings, Russia. He's going to leave his shirt on. Oh, how sad. He's got on shorts or leggings here. And this fight is going as they clang a cymbal in the background. Holy mackerel. Look at Jupe Castillo here. What a body. Wow. This guy, oh my God, he does look like a proverbial Russian that they found working some farm. And they just said, hey, you want to make $300? You come to this event here and you fight this guy. Castillo there with a baseball throw of a slap. A short little leg kick there by Bitadzid Amaran. Front kick. He's got some kicks. He's a wily old man. He gets slapped in the face. He doesn't have a muscle on his body. He must have all core muscles. Outside leg kick there to the hip from Jupe Castillo. As Bitadzid here is sort of backing away. Is Bitadzid, is that a common Russian name? He looks, now the more I look at him, he looks Russian. It looks like a Russian you would find in a bar. Who spends most of his days drinking vodka. He's left his shirt on. I love it. He gets slapped in the face there as he's trying to work his way. He apologizes for something. I think he might have poked Jupe Castillo in the face here. Jupe Castillo, what a body. Holy shit. Look at his... he looks amazing. I'm not afraid to admit it. He looks fucking amazing. They collide there, and Jupe Castillo manages to take advantage and get on top here. He's in side control. Bitadzid here is going to get neck cranked, head scarfed. He's got to be careful. He's an amateur. I'm sure he doesn't know how to defend this. It's getting close here. Jupe Castillo just needs to roll back towards Bitadzid's legs. He could have finished that off, but I think he's giving it up here. We're on the ground here. Something's happening. He's smothering him. Maybe it was an arm triangle. He's the winner. Jupe Castillo. Whoops. Wow, he's got a twink who enters the ring to hug him from behind. And he's he's tucked his shirt into his jeans, his tight pants. Yeah, let's leave it there. See you later, Bitadzid. Oh, he punches the corner. He's upset. He's like, I could have did it. I just needed a little more time. Where's the vodka? Jupe Castillo hugs Dolman there. That was okay fight. I don't know who this Bitadzid character was. He actually has Wikipedia, and it says Amaran Bitadzid is a Georgian Soviet country mixed martial artist. He competed in the super heavyweight division. He was close to 300 pounds, 6'7". He actually fought 5 times, all for rings. This was his second fight. His first fight had come against Yoshihisa Yamamoto at Rings Battle Dimension Tournament 1995, which was a work event. It wasn't a shoot fight. He did win once against Andrei Reznik at Russia vs. Georgia Rings, Russia vs. Georgia in August 2000. He appeared at the Rings King of Kings 2000 B block, lost to Yoshihisa Yamamoto. His final Rings fight came in Rings Lithuania, Bushido Rings 5, shock. He was KO'd. The fight you've all been waiting for. Gilbert Ivel. Get excited, boys. Gilbert Ivel. Bob Schreiber. The first of their trilogy. This fight is amazing. These boys always had barn burners of fights. So I'm excited for this. This is going to be a great fight. There's Gilbert Ivel. At the start of his career here, Gilbert Ivel at this point had a couple fights under his belt. He had, and I'll tell you in just a second here, he had exactly 7 fights under his belt. He started fighting at Rings Holland. And then he threw in a M1 MFC World Championship appearance, Red Devil Free Fight 2. He also had previously fought Pedro Palm at Jim Almar Fight Gala. He beat him by a TKO. So Valentijn or Gilbert Yvel here is a perfect 7-0 coming into this matchup. It's gonna be a good fight. And Gilbert Yvel. Bob Schreiber. I like Dirty Bob, although he wasn't that great of a fighter. Bob Schreiber. Here we go. Bob Schreiber looking ridiculous. Gilbert Yvel at least looks like a fighter. Bob Schreiber, who at this point, who wasn't a bad-looking fellow when he was younger, but as he got older and he kind of let himself go, and his hair started to fall out, he started to look ridiculous. And he stopped caring. There's a front kick by Yvel. Now some slaps after a knee, and Bob Schreiber's trying to slap the face as Yvel goes for knees. Yvel slaps him a couple times, goes for more knees here as he is eating him up. Oh, Schreiber gets him, catches him. Yvel backs away. They clinch against the ropes. Rob Schneider, says Tom Tanaka. Rob Schneider. Yes. Rob Schneider had a pretty terrible movie career. The Animal, if you remember that one. So Dirty Bob Schreiber here is headhunting as Yvel is trying to work a more technical fight, going for knees. Bob Schreiber is just throwing caution to the wind here as he engages in a land battle with Gilbert Yvel. Probably not a smart idea, but he rocks him there and elbows him in the face. Oh, and he punches him in the belly. Gilbert Yvel is getting pissed now as he's getting raked with slaps. Yvel is being stifled. The cheating motherfucker. Okay, so Bob Schreiber is a noted cheater, but so is Gilbert Yvel. So Gilbert Yvel cannot complain here after he gets forearmed elbowed by Schreiber. And it connects, and Yvel clearly takes note of it, so it must have hurt. And watch Schreiber come in here as he just straight forearm elbows Yvel right in the noggin. Boom, right there, or punches him. One of the two. And Yvel grabbed for his eye after that. Schreiber here is just going nuts. Yvel goes for a knee up top, then punches the belly. Now he's slapping, but Schreiber's slapping back. More knees from Yvel here as they collide and disengage. Reaching slap there from Schreiber as he gets smacked in the side of the head by Yvel, who's now starting to take over this fight. He has a tie clinch, goes for knees, slaps him right across the face as if Schreiber was his little brother. He tie clinches again, and Schreiber is starting to let this fight get away from him as he is now regulated to backing up and not getting much off. Yvel here seems like he's got his confidence going. Schreiber, I think, is losing confidence. He goes for a straight punch right to the belly. Slaps from Yvel here. Kicks. Schreiber tries to slap forward. He kicks to the leg. Big haymaker slap as his chest is turning red from the kicks and knees from Yvel. His face is turning red too. Big slap there from Schreiber, but he's starting to slow down as he's huffing and puffing now. Yvel goes for a spinning back kick, but misses it. Slaps Schreiber right in the side of the head pretty hard with a palm strike. Yvel goes for another knee. Boom. Schreiber is getting tore up here. Tie clinch, knees to the head. Schreiber punches him in the face. Schreiber is over fighting this fight fairly as he clearly performs a foul here as he close-handed punches Yvel in the face. That's illegal. The ref finally notices as the guys have been close-handed punching each other all night. The refs just haven't done anything about it. Schreiber's pissed off here, punches him. Can't do that, son. Schreiber is now being tore up. His head and body are all red from the work Ivel's been dishing out. Ivel here has been pouring it on. He's getting pretty tired and winded. A big straight slap from Schreiber as Ivel kicks. Ivel kicks again, slaps. Big slap from Ivel. Knees. Schreiber is getting he spits out his mouth guard. He's being overwhelmed here as he tries to fire back desperately. Ivel is just pouring it on. He just won't let up. Schreiber straight slaps. And this is a fantastic fight. Wow. The ref has retrieved Schreiber's mouth guard, puts it back in. The fight is restarted. The men have slowed down a little bit here as they're trying to take a breather. A head kick there from Ivel that was blocked. Schreiber is throwing these haymakers of a slaps. He's trying to end the fight with a big shot. He shouldn't be doing that. He should work a little more technical, but I don't think Schreiber knows how to work technical. He's going for, and that was a close-handed fist. A kick as Ivel holds the ropes and they clinch. But that's not good for Schreiber. He shouldn't be clinching with Ivel at all. He should disengage and try and sneak in these punches when he can. If he's going to cheat, you got to be smart about it. Don't punch when the ref can see. Wild slaps need to be flying, and then you can sneak in a punch. There's a fingertip slap and a straight palm strike from Schreiber. He's going to push the nose bone into Ivel's brain. Cross body kick there from Ivel. Schreiber punches the body. They're in the corner clinched. Awesome fight so far. Schreiber is huffing and puffing. He's looking slow. Ivel's huffing and puffing too. I think both men have really put in a lot of energy into this fight. Flying knee attempt by Ivel as he slaps Schreiber across the face. Schreiber's against the ropes. Clinched by Ivel, but Schreiber gets away just in time. A straight palm strike by Ivel misses. Then he clinches now. Knees. And Schreiber is trying to defend, but he's just getting worked over. Now they're slapping each other. What a fight. So far it was a great fight. The crowd, I hope, are appreciating it as much as I am. An uppercut slap there from Schreiber. He is looking very winded, though. And I think these body blows from Ivel have taken a lot out of Schreiber. Schreiber's throwing some hard shots here. Whoa! And the bell rings and he gets one in right after the bell. Ivel, though, looks no worse for the wear. Nyman is giving it to Schreiber. I don't know if he's encouraging him or telling him, what are you doing, dummy? What are you doing? Wow, great fight. Awesome fight. The stream is still going, right? Everything's still going. Is this still going? Is this still live? Okay, good. I had to check real quick. Oh, hopefully the chat's been quiet because you guys have been watching this fight. Makes me concerned though. I don't see any chatting going on. I think the stream is down, but it looks like it's still up. Ramon Deckers gets announced in the crowd. Or whoa, babes. Scary babes, but again, I think this one in the orange. Whoa, you see the drumstick on that one? Holy mackerel! I think she would make you very happy in bed. Again, she's a little scary. She's a little scary looking, and I don't know about this sort of. She's like a. In the beginnings of a female bodybuilder. She's like if you were to give from 1 to 10, 1 being just a little bit of muscle and 10 being China, she's about a 3 or 4. 3 or 4, I would say, in terms of the female bodybuilder. I think that's probably going any further is too much for me. But anyway. She's got a big crotch on her. You see look how big her crotch is. Oh, we got some chats here. Alistair, way too into the fight. Gotans, was watching the fight. Surprised no one went down in that round, says Devilish Face. Here we go, round 2. Oh, a sweet kiss there from Schreiber. As soon as the bell rings, he slaps him in the face. A flying knee there from Ivel as he slaps Schreiber in the face. Body kick there by Schreiber. Schreiber's trying to get on the inside here. He shouldn't be clinching with Ivel. Why is he deciding to clinch with Ivel? Ivel's been tearing him up in the clinch. Schreiber is going to go right back in. Slap to the face. Straight slap. Ivel is on the defensive now. He's backed in the corner as Ivel is throwing all caution to the wind. He's going for broke. Straight palm strike. Kick to the hip. They're swinging away. The sweat is flying. Wow, what a fight this is. Holy mackerel. What a good fight. Schreiber here is trying to work on the inside again. Trying to not stay on the outside. Ivel's going for a clinch here. But he's looking pretty tired. Devilish Face says, I'm not gay. I'm not a homosexual. Schreiber, they go to the mat for the first time, and Schreiber's on top in half guard. Yeah, that was funny, Gotans. He says, haha, that was funny. A kiss. And then as soon as before the bell even rings, he was coming in with a slap. Oh, Schreiber taps out. Wow. That was a surprise. That was a shock. Wow. That was sort of an unceremonious, anticlimactic end to the fight as I hiccup here. So Gilbert Ivel here is going for an Achilles stretch. He turns him over, and kind of like, I guess, maybe almost like a heel hook there. His grip could have almost been like a heel hook as he gets over here and just, yeah. You see how he had the little bit of a heel hook, maybe an ankle lock. Gilbert Ivel's your winner. Great fight. Now we're ready for the main event. I would give that fight a 9 out of 10. Great fight, action-packed, lots of stuff happening. Our final fight here is going to see Dick Vry, or Dick Verge, as I like to call him. He's going to be taking on the Polar Bear, Paul Valorans, big dumb honky from up north. And when I say big dumb honky, I mean big dumb honky. Here he is, Paul Valorans, big dumb honky. I guess they made Paul Valorans wear gloves. I think they're going to be wearing gloves in this one because Paul Valorans probably doesn't want to hurt his soft little hands. The saddest thing I think I remember about Paul Valorans is seeing him get tore up by Mark Kerr. And I think he might have been crying as Mark Kerr was on top of him, headbutting his face into oblivion. That was at International Valley Tudo Championships number 3. There's Paul Valorans. He's looking soft and pudgy. I think, well, we'll see Dick Vry come out here. I think Dick Vry got on the juice. He's going to come in buff, so we'll see. Dick Vry, the hometown hero. Valorans is a massive bag of meat, says Alistair. Devilish Face says he's going to look absolutely massive in this ring. Yes. He's got on, those aren't like MMA ounce gloves, whatever they would be, what, 4-ounce gloves? Those look like they're 8-ounce gloves. Here comes Dick Fry. Here he comes. He's looking old. He's looking mean. He's looking displeased. Goten says, you're supposed to win this fight, Gilbert, but we're going to make you work for it, you son of a bitch. Porker. Valorans is, yes, he is a giant porker. The Polar Bear is his nickname, I believe. I think he's a transplant to Alaska. I think he was born in the lower 48. Here comes Dick Vry. Wow, he looks like $1 million. I think Dick Vry is in his late 30s here, but he looks in great shape. I'm sure there's no chemical enhancement in those muscles, in that body. He's got Nyman and Dolman in his corner. Vry always had very striking looks. He looked like he could have been a villain in a movie. And if he didn't ever get any movie roles, he should have. The guy just looks like he could play a henchman, you know, an assassin. Whatever you want him to play, he could have played. But maybe he sucks at acting. I don't know. But if you've ever seen any Jason Statham movie, you know you don't need to be a great actor. Valorans there has probably 5 inches on Vry. Vry is probably over 6 foot, and Valorans is probably about 6'7". Here we go, the bell rings. Valorans has tennis shoes on. He goes for a punch there as Vry goes for a punch himself. And oh, Valorant is being very Paul Valorant-ish. He's at a disadvantage quickly here against a much smaller man. Vry is going for broke himself. Oh, he punches him. He knocks him down. And down goes Valorant. Vry is all over him. The ref should have gave Valorant a standing 10 count. Vry is pummeling him. The ref doesn't want to stop it because he knows this is Vry's best chance. Vry is punching the body. Valorant fires back. Tom Tanaka says, from behind, he looks like Ludwig Borga. Valorant's same kind of singlet, too. Devilish Fakes, boxing gloves versus MMA gloves. Refrigerator versus senior citizen. And Valorant is busted open. His nose might be bleeding. He's got a cut over the eye. Wow. Dick Vry, who his legitimate skills are questionable because his first exposure to, I think, any sort of professional fighting was in shoot-style rings back in 1991. And so he's been firmly entrenched in rings shoot-style for a long time. So I think any legitimate skills he had have kind of dissipated. But he's looking good so far. I got to give Vry credit. He's moving in here. His boxing looks pretty good. I think he got a little rocked there, though. He might have got rocked again. Now he's kind of backpedaling as Valorant is taking control, but Vry kicks and he moves forward. I wouldn't do that. Valorant is going to catch him, I think, here. But they're in a corner, and Vry is all over him with punches and knees that are errant and not really connecting. Vry needs to slow down here. He's going to gas himself out. I don't think he has the lung capacity or too much muscle. He's going to gas himself out here. We're in a corner, some corner dirty boxing going on. Vry knees, punches. He's pummeling Valorant once again. Gotan's asks, is that legal? Which one? Which strike? So one of them sneaky behind the leg kick. Straight punch there from Vry as he's taking some deep breaths. He gets rocked across the face there. Valorant gets tripped. Gets kicked in the side. Vry is on his side here. He should be working a little more here. He's slowed down. He might be going for some type of submission, I guess. Valorant looks like his nose is bleeding now, too. Vry, deep breaths once again. Valorant is plodding forward. There's a knee from Vry as he's grabbing the singlet of Valorant, and Valorant has a clinch over the back of his head, but the ref breaks it up. On the restart here, straight left from Vry, half a clinch, a knee, full clinch punch against the ropes. He gets admonished from the ref. Valorant there looks like he just vomited. He shakes it off. He's ready to go. Valorant has weathered the storm, and I think he might be in a superior position here due to Vry's, I wouldn't say lack of conditioning. I would just say his inability to exert himself for long periods of time. It's not really his fault. It's whatever supplements he's on. I blame those. Too much muscle here from Vry as he tries to get off a punch. Valorant is all over him, though. Now, Valorant is kind of stifling him. They're against the ropes. Ugly back on Valorant. Gross. He's got stretch marks, pimples, fat, as they really are sloppy here. Kind of a push kick from Vry. Then a nice straight right that connects, and then he gets in a nice sort of straight hook. Bad kick, though. What was that? We're against the ropes here. Vry with a clinch knee. He grabs the singlet once again. Is this legal? He grabs the singlet knees. Half a clinch. He is completely gassed. Oh, he got rocked there with a left. He ducks that one. Hands on his hips. He's tired. Short little left there from Valorant and a very lethargic looping left. Spinning back fist attempt from Vry that Valorant manages to duck. He congratulates him. A soft little left from Valorant. Loopy little right then left. He's swinging like he's chopping wood. Now Vry is in trouble as Valorant just pummels him as Vry is trying to cover up. He tries to fire back. He gets socked. He fires again. Valorans has momentarily stopped his striking as he grabs the rope, and Vry just sort of hugs him. RJ Hill is arrived. He says, ISTE. Devilish Face says, Valorans has a muffin top within his singlet. Yes, he does. This has been a pretty fun fight. I gotta say, I didn't think I would ever say that about Paul Valorans versus Dick Vry. RJ Hill, I stepped away. Is that the polar bear? It is the polar bear against Dick Vry. Rings legend who was the villain to Akira Maeda's hero in the beginning of Rings. Oh, it's Rob Hill. Why does it say RJ Hill? I thought it was a different. I'm saying, where is Rob Hill? Did your phone die and you had to log into another account? A good fight. The crowd, I think, is obviously firmly behind Dick Vry. There was a sort of a bitch punch from Vry right to the side. Ooh, Vry not looking good here. He is looking tired, exerted. Round 2 here. Bell rings. Rob Hill switched platforms, he says. Vry with his head down here as he punches forward. He's covering up his Valorans with his giant ham hocks. Is just smacking. And Vry goes down. Vry tumbles into the ropes. And the ref is giving him a 8 count or whatever count that they're giving him. I don't think Vry is going to get up. He looks like a Punch-Out character down for the count. And it's over. And that Japanese guy back there was not very happy that this non-rings fighter, Paul Valorans, is the victor. Was Gotan says was guy that almost killed that little Japanese man. Rob Hill says, yeah, he did. I think it wasn't so much that he got knocked out. I think he is completely gassed out. And it was behind the head, kind of knocked him loopy. I think he was just done. He had no energy to get up. I love me some Dick Vry. But I seriously question his legitimate skills at this point. I think they had dulled. And while I don't think fighting skills ever really go away, like his kickboxing skills, his Muay Thai skills, they never went away. They do get dull, though. And I think him being a shoot style wrestler, a fake fighter for so long, maybe had dulled his abilities. Well, there we go. That was the end of our event. So, fight fans, what did you think of Rings, the King of Rings, also known as Rings Free Fight number 7? I thought this was a awesome event. A whole lot of fun. Some great marquee matchups. Some really entertaining stuff. Gotan says, too much dick. Too much dick. Well, if you're watching this after the live show, make sure you make a comment. Let us know what you thought of this. And it's time for your old friend, the most dangerous man alive to go. What did I just say? The most dangerous man alive to go. The most dangerous man alive today has got to go. Tom Tanaka says, it was an entertaining time. Rob Hill says, great event, big names. Thanks, M. So yeah, really good stuff as we see the credits roll. I'll stop it right there. Well, I'm glad I decided to redo this and redo it right. I had to let my wife know because I told her she had to go pick up our son from the mother-in-law's. And I said, you could take your time over at the mother-in-law's after work tonight because I got to do the stream and I got to do it right because it was a clusterfuck. So she's taking her time. But I do have to get prepared for them to come back. So thanks for joining, everybody. I had fun. Make a comment after you see this and maybe recommend or suggest an event to see next for next week's, and we'll be back. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. I love you all. And I'll sniff you fucking jerks later.